From the NIRSA Championship Series, this is SeriesTalk. I'm David Peters from Florida State University.
And I'm Marty Dempsey from the University of Florida.
We're here at FSU in the Tallahassee studios to talk about some work that's been done this summer from the NIRSA Championship Series with the Summit as we're looking forward to the next 12 months.
Yeah, just got back from Columbus, Ohio, from the Ohio State University. Special thanks to their crew for being such gracious hosts for us. All the work team chairs and the executive team met in Columbus to talk about what is coming up for the 2019-20 season. But first and foremost, we had to connect that to what we did last year, Dave, with the task force as part of Series 2.0.
All right, so let's take a look at that and just remind you of the 4 Ps, as we like to call them: the principles, the purpose, the promise, and the priorities. And you'll see on screen that the purpose, long-term for that NIRSA Championship Series, is that the series is dedicated to providing experiential learning through sport. The promise: the series provides premier championship experiences delivered by qualified experts within a safe and inclusive environment. And the priorities, the 4 that we have, include developing measures to evaluate operational success, to educate our members for volunteer opportunities, focus strategically on the participant experience, and communicate the impact of involvement. And Marty, I'm excited that work continues in all of those areas as we go forward in the next 12 months or so, including a lot of people working on those things, our work team chairs.
Yeah, let's talk about who's going to be leading us on the sports side. You have Gerard Davis, who's going to be leading our flag football group. Jeff Logsdon will be leading the basketball work team. Josh Dietrich is new to the club basketball team, as well as John Janis to the soccer committee. And then Gary Cahan, Mr. Tennis, if you will, is back to lead another year of our tennis sport. So what about the operational side?
Your operational side has several great leaders as well from our NIRSA membership. Includes Antonio Gonzalez, who leads the assessment work team. Abby Van Note is with student and professional development. DJ Doss handling brand management for us this year. Kelly Rockwell with the standards work team. And Amanda Alpert with a new work team. We're excited to move forward this year, the Unified Task Force, if you will. What's happening in that area?
Yeah, this is a major project that we have, and we are so excited to have somebody that is as committed to this initiative as Amanda is. She's going to be huge for our team. And, you know, we're looking as a championship series to expand our unified efforts. It's a great division. It has really impacted many lives, both on campus as well as within our partners within Unified Sports. Last year, there were many different regionals on the flag football and the basketball side, as well as having a presence at the basketball nationals. Our eventual goal is to have them at all 4 national championships. So,
yeah, and take a look on screen. You can see what Amanda was saying, because I think she's very excited about this too. Introducing the new Unified Task Force, the Championship Series, is going to allow us to increase consistency from sport to sport and from the regional to the national level, whether that's through officials development, sport rules, or policies and processes. And so Amanda's super excited about that. I know the task force will be too, so we look forward to pushing that forward in the upcoming year. One other thing we're pushing forward, Marty, that I'm super excited about is the Series Academy. How do we help our members be better volunteers and really enter that volunteer experience with the skills they need to be successful?
Yeah, last year with the Series 2.0 Task Force, we really talked about this idea of getting people ready to volunteer and serve in leadership roles. So a lot of our volunteers have told us, you know, I want to get involved. I just don't know how, or I don't feel prepared. I don't know if I have the skills ready for that. So how can we do a better job as seasoned professionals in getting them ready for this? And then also, I think our veterans are looking for new opportunities as well. Many of them maybe not attending tournaments anymore. They're not able to give back in the same ways that they were in the past. So this can be a new avenue for them to help mentor the next crop of professionals that are going to be the leaders and carry the championship series forward.
You can see from Abby Van Note, who's leading our student and professional task force, among the things she's excited about, this program will focus on what it means to be a successful volunteer on work teams and at tournaments, and give applicants the skills and professional development opportunities they need to hone those skills. So a number of exciting opportunities there through our new Series Academy. I think you're going to see that in a number of places coming up this year. Of course, online would be very helpful, but we got to start somewhere, and some of that's going to be in person.
Yeah, the Academy really wants to make this accessible to all professionals. That's what's going to really make this thing successful. So we are looking at some online formats, but we know that at first it's going to take a lot of intentional feedback from participants. So we do want to host an in-person session first. So we are trying to have a presence at the 2020 annual conference in Phoenix, Arizona. So look for more information as the next couple of months come by as to, you know, how you can get involved with this first ever NIRSA Championship Series Academy.
So working with our professional development, but also participant experience as we switch over to how our participants enjoy their tournaments, whether that's at a regional or a national, win or lose. And I think that's been a big focus coming forward. And so what's the avenue look like for participant experience?
Yeah, so you can see on the board there that Jeff Logsdon is really excited about this effort there. He says, by focusing on the participant experience, experience, we will be able to deliver high-quality events for everyone involved, including those fans who travel to cheer on their favorite team. We want to talk about our players as well. We want to ensure that everyone is able to go back to their respective campuses and tell whoever it is that will listen that they had a great time at our events. This is a major focus and a major strategic priority for us.
A number of different ways, though, right? I mean, like last year in football, for example, at the national tournament, every team got 3 games. So sometimes you go to that tournament, you travel a long way, and it's 2 and you're out. You've lost those. And so we wanted to make sure that those teams that had made that effort to get there had an opportunity to play a few more times. But it's not just about all the games they get to play. What other things are we looking at?
Yeah, and we're really still assessing those things about what is important for that. Is it the swag that they get from tournaments? Is it the fifth quarter events that used to be run, or the skills challenges in basketball? Is it different takes on the all tournament process for that? This year at some of our basketball regionals, we looked at different ways of showcasing our participants. So instead of just your normal points per game, rebounds per game, doing videos and photos on Instagram and Twitter and our social media outlets, really showcasing who they were as participants and not just numbers on a stat board.
Yeah, so a lot of opportunities here, and I think this group is excited about that. If you have ideas about how perhaps maybe your tournament has done something unique, I'm sure we'd love to hear those, so we can look to see how we can roll that out in other aspects to help that participant experience along. One area we've done a really good job with participant experience over the last couple of years is in club basketball in particular, as that league and the entire area of club basketball is really morphed into something that's getting a lot of teams. Over 40 last year. We expect even more this year.
Yeah, Josh Dietrich, who is our new incoming basketball chair, he had this to say: club basketball, it's really getting a makeover, mirroring the club soccer model with regional coordinators. The additional single-day hosting opportunities for these club events will bring additional professional and student development opportunities all across the country. And for more information on that, we just did a SeriesTalk on that just a couple weeks ago.
So check that out. You can see a link here or on NIRSAplay.com and review all that's going on with club basketball. Well, tennis is still part of the series as we continue our partnership with the USTA and Tennis on Campus, and the national tournament will have its 20th year next year as it goes back to the USTA National Campus in Orlando. But one area we're focusing on in particular in tennis is the officiating side and how we can be more involved there.
Yeah, the student development opportunities with officiating in tennis, we're trying to explore that more. So this year, actually on the basketball side of things, and as part of that survey, we asked participants and staff if they were interested in learning more about tennis opportunities. Over 20 of them responded that yes, they were interested. Several of them have already been trained and certified to become tennis officials. So if that sounds interesting to you and you're listening to this, please contact Gary Cahan from the University of Central Florida. His information is there on the screen for you for more information about how you can get signed up to be a tennis official.
Other ways that the series is trying to enhance the experience, not just for participants, but also for our volunteers, and that does take assessment as well. And so, as you will see on screen here from Gerard Davis at Flag Football, one of the things that he's excited about is a new project to have committee member evaluations, and that's to provide qualitative and quantitative feedback from some of our volunteer groups as we create even more reasons to show why volunteering for series events and work teams make the individual a better professional. And so, I think you'll see some more surveys. If you're on a work team, certainly expect that survey. Please fill it out later this year. But if you're not and you want to be on next year, we're trying to make that experience even better than it is right now.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of processes at our series summit, and this being one of them is that our committee members and our committee chairs do want more feedback as to how they can improve as a NIRSA professional. It's a really good growth opportunity for them. So we're introducing this new feedback tool that we'll have coming out at the end of this year. It's just one of the many processes that we hope to improve within the NIRSA Championship Series.
Now, you were in Columbus for a couple of days yourself, other executive team members like Scott Flickinger, who's leading the group this year as the chair, and Ashley Lax, who is our newest vice chair on the list, and yourself as one of our vice chairs as well. What else do we talk about? It's like speed round of the other things that went on.
So we talked a lot about communication and how we can continue that, both internally within our committees, externally to our stakeholders about different series events. SeriesTalk, of course, was one of those things that we implemented last year to hopefully help with that, but also externally about how do we tell our story. We talk about conferences and workshops and other things as professional development opportunities, and I think it's important that we believe in that in the NIRSA Championship Series, but how do we help others see that this is truly what our promise says it is, that we are experiential learning through sport. We do the same experiential learning that you get at all of these workshops and conferences and things. We just do it through the vehicle of sport. How do we continue to spread that message to executives to know that this is not just throwing the ball around, that they are getting real life skills out of this? So we talked a lot about that. We talked about the research behind that. We talked a lot about sponsorships. Okay. We had a great conversation with the NSC about our partnership with Riddle and Bloom. If you have questions about the Riddle and Bloom partnership, who is the group that helps obtain those sponsorships for the NIRSA Services Corporation, you can certainly see that article, which is available on the NIRSA website. And one of the other things we talked about, of course, is student development. It's at the core of who we are. We talked about student officials at tennis and soccer. Soccer is going to get more of an opportunity within our unified divisions this year, also with our third consecutive year of hosting spring tournaments in 2020. And then how do our student officials and our student staff use the series involvement in the job search process, no matter what field that they're going into? So all of those conversations were had and much more this past week in Columbus.
So much is happening in the series so far, but we're still open to ideas. And so you will see on the NIRSA Play website right now a brand new proposal form. So you just have an idea you want to get out there. Maybe you just don't know what work team it needs to go to or who you need to talk to. Jump on nirsaplay.com or play.nirsa.net. Either one of those takes you to the same place, and you'll see that form and provide that feedback. And I know, Marty, you'll be taking that in, reviewing that, providing commentary back.
Yeah, absolutely. With all of those will come right to the executive team. And we will help get that to the right spot. We'll, of course, oversee that at the end. And then we want to make sure that we have transparent communication about where we are at in that process. No idea is bad. We'd love to hear your feedback on it. It's the way we grow. And then it helps challenge our thinking with that as well. So
great to hear from members on that. So don't feel like that you have to sit out there and find the right person. Just find the website and send that information in. Marty, excited about the next 12 months. I think we got a lot on the plate.
Yeah, last year, being on that Series 2.0 task force, it was neat to lay the foundation about what the next few years are going to look like. But this year, it's really laying out action plans and specific projects that this team is really excited about to move the series forward. So looking forward to all of these things happening and much more over the next 12 months in the series.
Well, as a NIRSA member, I'm excited to work with you, Marty, and see where the series is going. And we've got a lot of great NIRSA members out there who are contributing, and you can too. So let us know your ideas and your feedback, and we'll continue to share what's happening with the series. Hey, that's Marty over there. I'm Dave over here. Thanks for joining us for this edition of SeriesTalk. SeriesTalk is a production of NIRSA, Leaders in Collegiate Recreation.